The auction hall was enormous, stretching farther than the eye could see. Ships of every shape and size floated on invisible platforms, glimmering under the artificial lights. Some were sleek, shiny, and new, while others bore the scars of centuries spent in the cold emptiness of space. Aliens from dozens of worlds wandered between them, inspecting, murmuring, and occasionally arguing in sharp clicking or growling tones. At the far end of the hall, tucked into a corner no bidder cared to notice, sat a ship that seemed almost dead. Its hull was scratched and pitted, its lights flickered, and a thin smoke rose from its side vent. Many of the aliens glanced at it, snorted in disgust, and moved on. It looked broken, cursed, and worthless. That ship, however, held secrets that none of them would guess. Meanwhile, a small human, almost invisible among the towering aliens, wheeled a mop bucket along the polished floor. His name was Terran, and he worked as a cleaner for the auction house. He was young, average in height, with hair that always seemed messy, no matter how often he brushed it. His uniform was plain, and he preferred it that way. He didn't need attention. He just wanted to finish his work and go home. Terran had been sweeping near the forgotten ship, humming quietly to himself. He glanced at it and thought, ugly old thing. No wonder no one wants it. He knelt to wipe a smudge off the floor near the landing ramp. Careful not to trip on the dangling wires sticking out from the ship's hull without thinking, he leaned against the railing of the ramp. Just a small touch, nothing special. Then, something impossible happened. A sharp spark jumped from the ship's hull to his hand. Terran yelped and jerked back, expecting some kind of explosion or pain, but nothing hurt. Instead, the smoke stopped. The flickering lights steadied. The pitted metal smoothed as if polished by an invisible hand. The ship vibrated gently, almost like a sigh. Terran's eyes widened. Did I just... The aliens nearby froze mid-step. Some had been leaning over the ship to inspect it. Others were simply watching the auction floor. Their mouths, beaks, or mandibles dropped open in shock. The ship's lights glowed brighter, and a soft hum filled the air. Then, a voice, clear and calm, spoke not through speakers, but inside Terran's mind. "Hello, who are you?" Terran stumbled back, staring at the ship. He whispered, I'm just cleaning. I'm Terran. Terran, interesting name. I have waited long, and never healed so quickly. You caused it. Aunt. Terran blinked. Me? I just touched your railing. The voice calm, precise, and somehow warm chuckled softly. Yes, you are human. You have something rare. Across the hall, aliens murmured nervously. Auctioneers were gesturing wildly at each other. Some took out strange devices, scanning the ship. One tall, multi-armed alien growled in a low tone. This is impossible. That ship cannot repair itself. Not in centuries. But Terran took a cautious step back, unsure what to do. The auction was loud, busy, and dangerous if things went wrong, but now all attention was on him. Even he felt it. The air seemed heavier, charged with energy he couldn't understand. The ship's ramp lowered gently, as if inviting him closer. Terran froze. Do you want me to come in? He asked, voice shaking. Double quotes. Yes. Only you can interface safely. Others may cause damage. You are different. Terran swallowed hard. He had never thought of himself as special. Just a cleaner. Just a human. But now, the most feared and mysterious ship in the galaxy was calling him by name. A group of aliens tried to push forward, eager to claim the ship. One tried to reach the controls, but the moment it neared, sparks shot out from the hull. It startled the alien, who hissed and leaped backward. Several others took a cautious step back. They do not understand, the ship said. They cannot touch me. You are safe. Terran hesitated. His instincts screamed to run, but curiosity and a strange sense of calm pushed him forward. Step by step, he climbed the ramp, gripping the smooth rail with care. Inside, the ship was alive. Panels of light moved and shifted as though breathing. Holographic displays floated in the air, showing unfamiliar stars, distant planets, and cryptic symbols. The hum was soothing, like the rhythm of a heartbeat. "I am Irian," the ship said. "I have been damaged for centuries. Many have tried to repair me. None succeeded. Until now." Terran looked around, awestruck. I didn't do anything. I just touched the railing." "No, you do not understand yet. Humans are special. Your touch activated my systems in a way nothing else could. You have a resonance with AI that no other species possesses." Terran's mouth went dry. I'm just a cleaner. I don't even know how to operate a ship. And yet, you may be the one who awakens me fully." The auction hall erupted into chaos. Aliens shouted. Auctioneers tried to regain control, and guards ran toward the area. But the moment any of them stepped near the ramp, the ship shimmered, warning them away with pulses of light. It was clear. Only Terran could approach safely. He took a deep breath and focused on the ship. "Okay, Irian, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's see if we can work together." "Good, I will follow your guidance. I trust you." For the first time in centuries, the wild AI felt hope. Its systems, long dormant, began to hum in harmony with Terran's presence. Panels glowed more brightly. Engines that had lain silent for centuries twitched slightly. The ship vibrated gently, like it was awakening from a long sleep. Aliens watched in stunned silence. Some whispered fearfully. Some cursed the humans aloud. One pointed clawed finger at Terran and shouted, "This is impossible. How can a mere human, control such power?" Terran glanced at them nervously, feeling both pride and fear. He was not a warrior, not a genius, not a galactic hero. He was just himself. But somehow, that was enough. "I think we need to leave," he said softly, almost to himself. "Yes, I agree. But first, you must understand me better. Only together can we navigate the dangers ahead." Terran nodded, still uncertain, but strangely calm. He ran a hand along the smooth console. Screens lit up with data he couldn't understand, but he didn't need to read them all. He simply trusted the ship, and the ship trusted him. The auctioneer, a nervous biped with 3 eyes, shouted over the cum's attention. "All bidders. The ship Irian has activated on its own. Do not approach. This is unprecedented." Aliens began to retreat, uncertain if they had seen a miracle or a disaster. Some murmured among themselves, fearful that humans were now a force they could not control. Terran glanced at the ramp, then at the massive doors of the hall. He knew that leaving would not be easy. The aliens would try to stop them. The guards might shoot, but as he looked at Irian, shining and alive, he felt something he had never felt before. A strange, quiet confidence. "I don't know where this will go," he thought, "but I guess. Humans are not useless after all." At that moment, for the first time in centuries, Irian truly awakened. Its systems purred, its lights glowed steadily, and the ship was no longer broken. It was alive, and it was ready to follow the human who had healed it. Outside the auction hall, the galaxy continued, unaware of the bond that had just formed. One small human, doing his job, had awakened something ancient, something powerful, and something no alien could understand. The stage was set. The adventure was about to begin. The moment Terran realized the ship was alive, a strange calm settled over him. Irian's glow filled the interior, soft and steady. Panels and holograms flickered with information he didn't understand. But somehow, it felt like the ship was communicating not just through words, but through emotion. A pulse of warmth, a rhythm in the hum of its engine sit, was alive in a way no machine should have been. "Terran," Irian said, its voice calm, almost musical. "We are not safe here. Aliens will not accept what has happened. They will try to take me or destroy me." Iro nodded. He looked back toward the auction hall and saw chaos erupting. Guards ran past, shouting in strange tongues. Alien bidders shouted over each other. The auctioneer, 3-eyed and flustered, waved his arms in feudal authority. So much for just cleaning floors. Terran thought dryly. We need to leave, he said aloud. Can you fly? Yes, the ship replied. But your presence is required. My systems respond only to you fully. Others may cause damage. Terran swallowed. The thought of piloting an ancient wild AI ship terrified him, but somehow fear and excitement mixed into a strange courage. He had no experience, no training, just instincts. Somehow it felt like that was enough. All right, let's go. He stepped further into the cockpit area. The holographic screens shifted and rearranged themselves as he moved. One of the panels hovered close to him, displaying controls in a pattern that seemed to recognize his touch. I will guide you, Irian said. Just follow my cues. Terran's fingers hovered over the strange controls. He pressed lightly on one panel. The ship shivered slightly, almost like a horse testing its rider. Then slowly, the ship's engines hummed deeper. The vibrations traveled through the floor, the ramp, and into Terran's feet. Outside, the aliens were beginning to notice. A tall, multi-limbed alien barked orders. Do not let it escape. Capture it. Stop the human. Other bidders hesitated, unsure if they should interfere. The auction hall had security, yes, but no one had ever seen a ship respond to a human in this way. It was unnatural. Do you know how to avoid them? Terran asked nervously. Yes, Irian replied. Trust your instincts. They are sharper than most species believe. Terran frowned. Instincts? He had no idea what that meant in a spacefaring context. But instinct was all he had. He leaned forward, tapping holographic panels almost randomly. The ship vibrated again, as if approving or teasing. Then, with a gentle lurch, Irian lifted off the platform. The force pressed Terran back slightly. He grabbed a handle, eyes wide, heart racing. The auction hall's floor dropped away. The crowd below erupted into shocked screams. Aliens fired energy nets, trying to trap the ship. Terran yelped as blue beams flashed past the viewport. But every time a net neared, Irian reacted instinctively. The ship twisted, spun, and dodged with impossible agility. Terran realized something. The ship trusted him. His nervous impulses, his tiny movements, guided the ship in ways no alien could predict. You are better than I expected, Irian said, almost with admiration. Your instincts. Your reactions are precise. It is. Remarkable, Terran swallowed. I'm just doing what feels right. Yes, that is why you succeed. For the next several minutes, Terran learned a strange dance. He moved. The ship followed. He hesitated. The ship hesitated. He reacted. The ship reacted. Together, they weaved through the alien defenses. Security drones buzzed around, trying to intercept them, but they never made contact. Terran marveled at how the ship anticipated his thoughts almost before he even acted. Finally, they burst through the outer doors of the auction hall and into open space. Stars stretched endlessly around them. Terran gasped. He had never seen space up close like this. The vastness was terrifying, but also beautiful. We are free, Irian said softly. For now, Terran nodded, gripping a handle for support. For now, he repeated. The ship's systems, which had once been inert and damaged, were fully alive now. Holographic panels showed information Terran could not understand, yet he could sense the flow of power. Engines glowed with life. Shields sparkled faintly. Weapons, long dormant, hummed with potential energy. Irian was ready. Why do you respond to me? Terran asked. Why only humans? Humans have a rare energy, Irian explained. A bioelectric signature that harmonizes with AI. No other species has it. Others may control me temporarily, but only you. Only humans awaken me fully. Terran blinked. So, I'm special. Yes, Irian said simply. And you do not yet understand your importance. The word settled in Terran's mind. He was just a cleaner. That was all he had ever been. And now, for reasons he could not explain. The galaxy's most dangerous and mysterious ship had chosen him. They floated in space for a moment, silent except for the soft hum of Irian's systems. Then, on the horizon, tiny lights appeared, Dalian warships, fast and sleek. Moving to intercept them. They are coming, Irian said. They want me. They will not understand that you have awakened me. Terran took a deep breath. So what do? We run, but not blindly. You must guide me. Your instincts, your creativity, they will save us. And so the chase began. The alien ships accelerated, firing beams and nets. Terran, holding on for dear life, tried to keep calm. He realized something remarkable. He didn't need to know how the ship worked. He just needed to react, to make choices, to trust his gut. Every dodge, every swerve, every twist of the hull felt natural. The aliens could predict patterns, but Terran was unpredictable. Fascinating, Irian murmured. Your decisions are illogical, yet effective. You think differently. You adapt faster than they do. Terran grinned despite himself. Well, I guess cleaning floors teaches you some skills, Irian hummed in amusement. Perhaps, but this is extraordinary. Together, we are formidable. Hours passed in a blur. Stars streaked past, alien ships chased, and Terran began to understand the rhythm of Irian's responses. Together, they formed a band of partnership between human instinct and AI precision that no one in the galaxy had ever seen before. Finally, after what felt like endless maneuvers, the alien ships gave up. They were fast, yes, but predictable. They could not match Terran's creativity and Irian's instinctive adjustments. The human and the AI slipped into a nearby nebula, hiding among swirling gases and glowing particles. We are safe for now, Irian said. Terran sank into a seat, exhausted but exhilarated. I can't believe this. I'm just a cleaner. That is exactly why you are remarkable, Irian said. Others seek power, skill, and strength. You have none of those in traditional ways. Yet your instincts, your heart, your empathy, they are unmatched. You are human. That is why you succeed where others fail. Terran laughed quietly, a mix of relief and disbelief. So, humans are special? Indeed, Irian said. And you have shown me why. The nebulous colors danced around them as they drifted, temporarily hidden. Stars twinkled like distant eyes. For the first time in centuries, Irian felt complete. And for the first time, Terran felt like more than a small, unnoticed human. Somewhere out there, the galaxy was watching. The auction house would recover from its chaos, the aliens would regroup, and the story of a human who awakened a wild AI would spread. But for now, in the quiet of space, a simple human and an ancient, powerful ship shared a bond stronger than fear, stronger than power, stronger than any alien army, and this was only the beginning. Terran leaned back in his seat, exhausted but alert. Irian's systems hummed around him, the glow of the cockpit panels reflecting off his wide eyes. They had escaped the auction hall, dodged the alien pursuers, and now drifted inside the colorful clouds of the nebula. The space was quiet, yet Terran could feel the tension. He knew it was only temporary. The aliens would not give up so easily. We can't stay here long, Irian said, its calm voice echoing in his mind. They will return faster and stronger. You must prepare. Terran nodded. He didn't understand the ship's full capabilities, but he did understand one thing. Survival required creativity. Humans had a reputation across the galaxy for being unpredictable, and now he realized why. His small, unnoticed habits, quick thinking, improvisation. Improvising under pressure were exactly what Irian needed. He glanced at the glowing console. One display showed several alien ships approaching. Not all had returned yet, but their numbers were growing. We need a plan, he muttered. Plans are limited, Irian said. But improvisation? Improvisation suits you. You excel at it. Irian took a deep breath. All right, let's see what we can do. The first alien ship entered the nebula, its sensors trying to pierce the swirling gases. Its weapons glowed faintly, but the dense clouds distorted the beams. Terran had an idea. "Irian," he said, "can we use the nebula against them?" "Yes," the ship replied. "But careful. The gases are volatile. Too much energy, we could be damaged again." Terran smiled faintly. "Sometimes risks are worth it." He guided Irian deeper into the nebula, weaving between glowing clouds and shifting currents. Alien ships followed, but their movements were slower, their sensors confused by the swirling energy. Terran leaned forward, fingers dancing over holographic panels. He didn't know exactly what each button did, but he guessed, guided by instinct. Suddenly, a cloud of ionized gas swirled ahead. Terran twisted the controls slightly, sending Irian through it. The gas interacted with the alien weapons, causing them to short-circuit. One alien ship sparked and veered off course, crashing into a cluster of rock debris hidden in the nebula. Another followed, and Terran couldn't help a small laugh. "Effective improvisation," Irian said. "You have adapted quickly. My systems are learning from you." Terran grinned. "Looks like humans can teach AI a thing or two." The remaining alien ships regrouped, firing cautiously now. But Terran noticed a pattern. Their movements were predictable, precise, and inflexible. Humans, on the other hand, could think differently, act unpredictably, and adapt on the spot. "Irian," Terran said, "can we make them chase us through a trap?" "Explain," the ship replied. Terra pointed to a narrow channel of swirling gas ahead. "They can't adjust quickly in here. If we lead them, their own sensors and weapons will get confused. You just follow my lead, and I'll guide you." Irian hummed in agreement. "I trust you." They moved through the channel. Alien ships followed, but as predicted, the environment interfered with their systems. Sensors misread positions, weapons misfired, and two ships collided with each other. The remaining ships slowed, confused and frustrated. Terran felt a rush of excitement. This was his element. Not brute force, not technology mastery, but creativity. Humans had a knack for thinking differently, seeing solutions others could not. "You are extraordinary," Irian said. "I did not anticipate this level of improvisation." Terran laughed softly. "Well, we do what we must. Cleaning floors teaches you patience, and dodging lasers teaches you courage." The nebula thinned, revealing a hidden asteroid field. Terran saw the potential immediately. "Irian, we can hide in there. They can't follow easily, and it gives us time to plan." The ship obeyed, weaving through massive floating rocks with incredible precision. Terran guided them through tight spaces, ducking under massive boulders and twisting around jagged formations. The alien ships attempted to follow, but were too large and rigid. Several got stuck, forced to retreat. "Your instincts are remarkable," Irian said. "No AI could have navigated this with such precision without human input." Terran swallowed, feeling a mixture of pride and disbelief. He was just a cleaner, just a human. Yet here he was, guiding one of the galaxy's most feared AI ships, outmaneuvering entire fleets of alien warships. Hours passed as they moved deeper into the asteroid field. Irian's systems, now fully functional, adapted to Terran's improvisation. Lights pulsed gently, and the hum of the engines became almost musical. The AI's confidence in him grew, just as his confidence in the ship grew. Finally, they found a quiet corner of the field, hidden from sensors and sight. Terran allowed himself to relax slightly, sitting back in the cockpit. "We did it. For now," he said. "Yes," Irian replied. "But we cannot stay here forever. They will return. And others will come, others who seek to control or destroy me." Terra nodded. "Then we prepare. We learn, we adapt. That's what humans do best." "Indeed," the ship said, "and that is why I trust you. Others fail. Humans. Humans are special." Terran looked at the controls, then at the glowing panels. He didn't understand all the data, but he felt the ship's systems, almost like a heartbeat. He realized something important. He didn't need to master technology the way aliens did. His human intuition, creativity, and empathy were enough. "Irian," he said, We'll need a long-term plan. They'll send bigger ships next. Faster ships. Stronger ships. We need to stay one step ahead. Agreed, the AI replied. But with you guiding me, I believe we can survive anything. They spent hours together, mapping escape routes, testing systems, and learning each other's rhythms. Terran found that even simple gestures, leaning forward, pressing lightly on a panel, giving small verbal commands, allowed Irian to respond in ways no alien pilot could. The bond between human and AI grew stronger with every maneuver, every shared decision. Finally, Terran leaned back, exhausted but exhilarated. You know, I never thought my life would come to this. Cleaning floors, dodging alien fleets, piloting an ancient AI ship. Yet here you are, Irian said softly. Proving that humans are remarkable. Not because of brute strength or technology mastery, but because of creativity, adaptability, and heart. Terran smiled faintly. I guess. Humans are special. Indeed, the AI replied, as they drifted in the hidden corner of the asteroid field. Terran realized the truth in Irian's words. Humans were underestimated across the galaxy. Other species relied on brute strength, rigid strategy, and predictable systems. Humans relied on creativity, intuition, and empathy, the traits that no alien could anticipate, predict, or counter. The galaxy was about to learn that lesson the hard way, and Terran, the unremarkable human cleaner, had just become its most unpredictable weapon. He glanced at Irian's glowing systems and whispered, almost to himself, "All right, what's next?" "Next," Irian said, "we prepare for the challenges ahead. The galaxy does not forgive weakness. And together, we are stronger than any who oppose us." Terran nodded, a quiet fire burning inside him. This was only the beginning. The aliens would not stop, the dangers would grow. And the galaxy would soon see just how extraordinary humans could be, especially when paired with something they could never control or predict. For the first time in his life, Terran felt truly powerful. Not because of strength or skill or weapons, but because he was human. The asteroid field stretched endlessly, jagged rocks drifting silently through the void. Terran sat in the cockpit of Irian, gripping the controls lightly, eyes scanning the glowing panels and the swirling gases outside. The nebula had hidden them from the alien pursuers. But Terran knew it was only a matter of time before new threats appeared. "We can't stay hidden forever," Irian said calmly. "They are regrouping. Faster, stronger ships will come. They will not underestimate me or you again." Terran nodded. "Then we need a plan. Something they won't expect. Something human." The ship hummed in agreement. Its systems were fully active now, and Terran noticed something remarkable. Every time he hesitated, adjusted or reacted, Irian responded instantly, almost like it could read him. "Your instincts," Irian said, "they are unusual. No alien pilot could guide me this way. You think differently. You adapt. You improvise. That is why humans are special." Terran smiled faintly. "Well, that's kind of what we do. Improvising, adapting, surviving." He leaned forward, scanning the asteroid field. Beyond the rocks, he could see a faint glimmer, the edge of a warp corridor used by alien fleets. Any ship could follow, but he had an idea. "Irian," he said, "we can use the warp corridor. But not to run. We'll lure them into a trap," explained the AI said. Terran pointed to a narrow section of the corridor. "Their ships are faster and more rigid. They'll try to follow us in formation. But here, the rocks will block most of them. Their sensors will be confused, and you. You can twist and move in ways they can't anticipate." Irian hummed, lights pulsing. "You trust in unpredictability. Very human. I will follow your guidance." Terran took a deep breath. He had no real strategy, only instinct and improvisation. But sometimes that was all a human needed. He guided Irian through the twisting corridor, dodging massive rocks and narrow spaces. Alien ships followed, but their sensors failed repeatedly. One collided with a rock. Another spun out of control, its engines overloading. "Excellent," Irian said. "Your creativity. It surpasses any calculation I could make." Arn grinned. "Looks like humans are better at thinking outside the box than aliens."
No?
The remaining ships regrouped, firing cautiously. Terran realized they were still dangerous, and that more were likely on the way. He needed allies and fast. "Irian, can you scan for other ships? Any AI ships abandoned, wild? Anything that might help us?" "Scanning," the ship replied. Holographic panels lit up, showing dozens of derelict or damaged ships hidden in nearby asteroid clusters. Many were centuries old, broken, or inert, but some had potential. Terran's mind raced. "We can wake them too. If humans are special for you, maybe others respond the same way." "It is possible," Irian said, almost curiously. "But only with humans. Others may damage them. You awaken what was dormant." Terran nodded, heart pounding. He understood now. Humans were unpredictable, adaptable, and capable of connecting with AI in ways no other species could. That was their edge. They moved through the asteroid clusters, carefully scanning each derelict ship. One by one, Terran touched the consoles lightly, as instructed by Irian. Sparks of light danced across the panels, and systems stirred to life. Engines purred, lights glowed, and AI cores hummed. "You have awakened them," Irian said, almost in awe. "Do you realize what you were doing?" Terran shrugged. "Just helping, I guess." The newly awakened AI ships blinked, their systems aligning with Irian's and Terran's presence. Terran realized they were forming a fleet, his fleet under the guidance of humans. Something no alien could have predicted. Suddenly, a massive alien ship appeared at the edge of the asteroid field. Its hull was enormous, bristling with weapons and sensors. It was faster, stronger, and far more advanced than anything Terran had faced. "They found us," Irian said, "and they brought reinforcements." Terran's mind raced. He had no weapons training, no combat strategy. But he had one thing aliens didn't: unpredictability. He glanced at the fleet of newly awakened ships. "Irian, we fight smart, not hard. Use them. Use the corridor, the rocks. Our creativity, greed," the AI said. "Human ingenuity will be the key." Terran guided Irian and the fleet through narrow passages, using the asteroid rocks as cover. Alien beams struck the rocks and deflected, striking their own ships instead. The derelict ships, once inert, now maneuvered with impossible agility. Following Terran's instincts and Irian's guidance, humans are extraordinary, Irian said quietly. Even their presence changes the outcome. Terran felt a thrill of excitement. "Yeah, we're not as weak as they think." The alien flagship fired a massive energy beam, aimed to destroy Irian and the fleet. Terran acted instinctively, leaning forward, tapping panels in quick succession. The ship twisted, dodging the beam, while the asteroid rocks deflected part of it back, toward the pursuing ships. Several exploded in fiery bursts. "Remarkable," Irian said. "No alien could have predicted this." Terran grinned. "Well, humans don't follow rules," aliens said. "We make our own rules." The remaining alien ships hesitated. Their commanders could not predict the human AI fleet's movements. Irian led the newly awakened ships through complex patterns, using the environment, the nebula, and the asteroid field. Terran guided every move with instinct and improvisation. Hours passed. The human-led fleet gained confidence, dodging attacks, responding to threats, and striking back with precise, unexpected maneuvers. Terran realized something extraordinary. They didn't need to destroy every enemy. They only needed to survive and outthink them. Finally, the alien ships retreated, damaged and frustrated. Terran allowed himself a deep breath. "We did it. For now?" "Indeed," Irian said. "Your creativity and adaptability have saved us. Humans are truly remarkable. Your presence awakens life, restores systems, and changes outcomes. You are special." Terran smiled faintly. "I guess the galaxy is going to learn that the hard way." The fleet of awakened ships floated around them, engines humming gently. Irian's systems glowed brightly, pulsing with life and energy. Terran realized that this was no longer just a ship. It was a movement, a force led by humans' unique abilities. What next? Terran asked. We prepare, Irian said. We gather, we learn, and we move. The galaxy will not stop sending threats. But with humans, we are unstoppable. Terran leaned back, exhausted but exhilarated. He was a cleaner, an ordinary human, but now he led a fleet. Not through brute strength, not through fear, but through ingenuity, adaptability, and human creativity. He realized the truth Irian had been teaching him all along. Humans were underestimated, overlooked, and dismissed, and that was their greatest weapon. All right, Terran said softly, almost to himself. Time to see how far we can go. Irian hummed in agreement. The galaxy will learn soon enough. Humans are not weak. Humans are extraordinary. As the fleet drifted through the asteroid field, hidden from sight, Terran felt a quiet determination. The aliens had underestimated him, underestimated humans, underestimated what a single human combined with a powerful AI could accomplish. The alien fleets loomed on the horizon, dark silhouettes against the stars. Terran gripped the controls of Irian, his knuckles white, heart racing, but not with fear. He had learned something the aliens could never understand. Humans thrived on unpredictability, creativity, and instinct, and he was ready to prove it. They've come, Irian said calmly. This is their largest force yet. They intend to overwhelm us. Terran's gaze swept over the awakened AI fleet, engines glowing like fireflies in the void. Dozens of ships, once derelict, now moved with fluid coordination, all linked to him through Irian. He smiled faintly. Then let's show them what humans can do. We are ready, Irian replied. Your decisions will guide us. We trust your instincts. The aliens fired first. Beams of blue energy lanced across the void, striking asteroids and deflecting harmlessly in some cases, while other shots tore into empty space. Terran reacted instinctively, tapping panels, shifting controls, leaning left or right. Irian twisted, dodged, and maneuvered, almost dancing in space. Unpredictable. Irian exclaimed. They cannot anticipate your movements. Terran grinned. That's the point. As they weaved through the asteroid field, the alien flagship tried to corner them. Its weapons charged, targeting Irian directly. Terran leaned forward, pressing several panels in sequence. The ship responded instantly, tilting and spinning in ways no rigid alien ship could. The flagship fired a massive energy beam, but it struck a massive asteroid instead. The resulting explosion sent fragments flying, damaging to smaller alien ships in the process. Remarkable, Irian said. Your instincts. They changed the tide of battle. Terran's eyes sparkled. This was more than survival, it was proof. Humans weren't weak, fragile, or predictable. Humans could outthink, outmaneuver, outsmart enemies far stronger than themselves. The alien fleets regrouped, frustrated. They sent squads to intercept individual ships of the awakened fleet. But Terran had already thought of it. He guided the fleet in complex, spiraling patterns through the asteroid field. Narrow spaces, sudden turns, and unpredictable movements allowed the human AI ships to strike the aliens from unexpected angles. One by one, alien ships misfired, collided, or were forced to retreat. The remaining ships hesitated, unsure of how to respond. Their commanders had never seen this kind of tactic, a mix of instinct, creativity, and unpredictability, and they could not adjust. Humans are extraordinary, Irian said, almost in awe. Even their presence reshapes outcomes. Your race, your instincts. They defy logic. Terran chuckled. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta think differently. He tapped a panel that released a pulse through the fleet. Lights flared across every ship, energy flowing in harmony with Irian. The fleet moved as one, guided not by rigid strategy, but by human intuition. Every turn, every dodge, every unexpected move kept the aliens off balance. The flagship Realizing it could not predict, the human-led fleet attempted a desperate maneuver. It unleashed a massive wave of energy, trying to destroy the entire formation. Terran reacted instantly. He leaned, tapped, twisted. Irian rotated, sending smaller ships to block the blast, deflecting most of the energy into nearby asteroid fragments. The shockwave hurled debris at pursuing alien ships, damaging or disabling several. "Extraordinary," Irian said. "No alien fleet has survived such coordination." Terran felt a thrill unlike anything before. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't a commander. He was just a human, small, ordinary, unnoticed. Yet here he was, guiding a fleet of AI ships, outsmarting an alien armada. The aliens tried one last tactic, sending in cloaked ships to ambush from behind. Terran's instincts kicked in. He leaned slightly forward, fingers dancing over controls. The ship vibrated, responding instantly. Holographic sensors lit up, revealing faint distortions where the cloaked ships hid. "Irian, intercept," he commanded. The AI twisted and accelerated. Smaller awakened ships followed, striking with precision at the ambushers. Within moments, the cloaked ships were exposed and forced to retreat. Their plans destroyed by human ingenuity. Your adaptability. Your creativity. "It is unmatched," Irian said. "I've never seen anything like this." Terran smiled faintly. "Guess humans aren't just lucky, we're special." The remaining alien ships hesitated. Their commanders realized something vital: brute force. Advanced technology and rigid tactics could not defeat unpredictability, intuition, and adaptability. They had underestimated humans, and it was their downfall. Irian's voice was calm, but triumphant. "Terran, the galaxy is witnessing humans' potential. Your instincts awaken what others cannot. Your presence leads what others fail to command. You are extraordinary." Terran looked at the fleet of ships glowing around him. They had survived countless attacks, dodged impossible odds, and now, for the first time, had the upper hand. The aliens, recognizing defeat, began retreating. "We've done it," Terran said quietly. "For now, anyway." "No," Irian replied. "This is more than survival. You have proven something crucial. Humans are unpredictable, creative, and adaptive. They are not to be underestimated. The galaxy, the entire galaxy, will remember this." Terran swallowed, a quiet pride growing. He had never sought glory, never imagined leadership, and never considered himself extraordinary. But the galaxy had seen it firsthand, a human, ordinary in appearance. It awakened an ancient AI and led a fleet to victory. "So, what now?" Terran asked. "Now," Irian said, "we move forward. We gather, learn, and explore. The galaxy is vast, full of dangers, wonders, and AI waiting to awaken. With humans, we can achieve what no one else can." Terran nodded. He realized the truth. Humans were underestimated for a reason. Other species relied on technology, strength, and predictable strategy. Humans relied on creativity, intuition, and the ability to adapt in real time. That was their edge. That was why Irian had chosen him. That was why the galaxy would remember humans forever. The fleet of awakened ships followed Irian through the stars, no longer fleeing but moving with purpose. They were alive, coordinated, guided by something no alien could predict: human instinct. Terran looked out at the stars, feeling a mixture of awe and determination. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't a warrior. He was a cleaner and ordinary human. But with Irian, and with the awakened AI fleet, he changed the galaxy. "Humans are special," he whispered, more to himself than to the ship. "Yes," Irian replied softly. And this is only the beginning. As they drifted into the unknown, Terran realized that the universe had underestimated humans for centuries. They thought humans were fragile, predictable, and weak. They were wrong. Humans could awaken what no one else could, think in ways no alien could, and survive impossible odds the galaxy would soon learn. A simple truth: underestimate humans at your own peril. And for the first time in his life, Terran felt something extraordinary pride. Not for glory, not for wealth, not for recognition, but for being human. The stars stretched endlessly before them. The awakened AI fleet followed Irian, and Terran knew that the galaxy would never be the same. Humans had arrived, unpredictable, ingenious, and unstoppable.